with a view she could see her building. Try to tell her I know I feel it. Keep me floating when I'm on my back. Slow me down when I'm living fast. You make me wanna be with somebody, doing things that I usually don't. Find my way through a hotel lobby, think the same when I'm on my own. All my friends think I'm with somebody, doing things that I usually don't. Find my way through a hotel lobby, think the same when I'm on my own. And it's the end of the night, feel like you're dodging my eye, but then you're right by my side. Tell me it's all in my mind.
I got some books. We have quite the stack here, so I'm just gonna get into it. I picked up 4 books from the library and then incorrect, other way around. I picked up 4 books from Indigo, which is the Canadian version of Barnes & Noble, and then 2 books from the library. I haven't bought a physical book in like 6 months, so I'm very excited. And the first book that I picked up is The Inheritance Games. I have wanted to read this for such a long time. I've heard such good things about it, so I'm really excited to get into this, and I'll probably pick up more books in the series later on. I kind of want to do a reading vlog reading this entire series, but I have quite a few books to get through first, so that might be a next month thing. But basically, if you don't know, this book is about Avery Grimm's, who finds out that this billionaire has left her his entire fortune, and she's never met him and she has no idea why. And the catch is that she has to move into his mansion, which is full of like puzzles and passages and riddles, and she's moving in with all of his grandsons. I'm pretty sure this is a romance / like mystery book. I'm really excited to get into it, so let me know if you read this and if you liked it. I think the last book just came out, or I don't know if there's gonna be more, but I got this one. And then the next book that I picked up is called Stone Blinds. I literally bought this because I liked the cover and it was on sale for like 30% off. I want to do a series on my channel where I read books that I bought just based on the cover, so I honestly don't know too much about this book. I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's a Medusa retelling. On the front it says it reframes the familiar myth of Perseus and Medusa. It's basically the story of Medusa and how she was cursed by Athena to turn everyone she looks at into stone. I've seen it trending on Goodreads actually recently, so I assume that it's pretty good. So I'll probably be reading this also in an upcoming video. And then the next book that I picked up is Hellvent by Leigh Bardugo. I read Ninth House in February. You can already see I've already started reading this, because Ninth House was so good. I loved it. I'm a huge fantasy fan. I'm a huge Leigh Bardugo fan, and I can't wait to finish this book. I got Indigo had the exclusive like red cover, so I had to get it. It's so pretty. This one was also 30% off, and I'm really annoyed because I can't get this sticker off, so I'm gonna have to figure that out. Let me know if you have any tips. But yeah, this is the sequel to Ninth House. This book is about Alex Stern, and it's following her journey as the Virgil now for the Leith, which are a society that keeps all of the other Yale magic societies in check. Nobody really knows that these societies exist, so somebody has to like make sure they're not just murdering the townspeople for funsies. So that's what Alex is there to do. This will probably be my first book of March. And then the last book that I picked up at Indigo is called Starcross by Minnie Dark, and this is another book I bought because I liked the cover, and it was $6, which is kind of insane, and like it's so beautiful. I don't know if it's focusing, but pretty sure this is a romance book. Again, I think this will be in my I bought a book and read it based on the cover series. It's about a columnist that works for a newspaper, and she writes the horoscope section, and so she learns that the guy she likes bases his life decisions off of his horoscope, so she starts changing it to try and get him to like do what she wants, and it kind of wreaks havoc on the city because she's messing with everyone's horoscopes and people are going kind of crazy because of it. I think that's the gist of what I got from this. I'm really excited to read this. It sounds really interesting. I think it'll be a fun read. And then from the library, I got 2 books, which I think I already told you. I got Survive the Night by Riley Sager. I think. And I picked this up mainly because I keep getting recommended The House Across the Lake, which is by the same author. And I wanted to read that, but they didn't have it at the library because it's a newer book. So I thought I'd read... My dog's crying. I don't know if you can hear that. My dog is very dramatic and he gets sad whenever people leave the house, and I think he's coming here because he needs comfort. Hi, buddy. So I thought I'd read one of his other books for now and see if I like it. It's basically about, there's this campus killer at the main character Charlie's university, and her and this guy named Josh share a car on their way home for like a break from university together, and Josh is kind of sus. She starts to figure that out and is questioning whether he's really who he says he is. I'm interested in this book because I think it takes place over one night, and I love books that have a really short time frame, like 5 Survive by Holly Jackson, but I looked up the Goodreads reviews for this and they're not good. It's like 3.5, which for Goodreads is pretty rough, and a lot of 1-star reviews said that this has the dumbest character they've ever read. So I'm a little bit scared about reading it, but I think I'm gonna read it next because I do have to return it to the library at some point, so we'll see. And then the last book that I picked up from the library is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I am so excited to read this. This is by V. Schwab, and I have heard nothing but good things about this book. I've been wanting to read it for a really long time, so I was really excited that my library had it. This is about a girl named Adeline, and she meets a dangerous stranger and makes a terrible mistake. So I'm pretty sure she makes a bargain to live forever, but the downside of that is that nobody can see her or remember her. So she ends up fleeing her village and then tries her best to find a way that she can live. Man's shaking the bed right now. The only person she really interacts with is this guy named Luke, who comes to visit her every year to see if she's ready to give up her soul. But it all changes in 300 years when she stumbles into someone who can remember her name. So I think it's a fantasy, and I am a huge fantasy fan, so I cannot wait to read this. And then I'm also going to talk about a couple books that I got on my Kindle recently, because I do still read like a decent amount of my books on my Kindle. I always check the Kindle deals of the month to see what books are on sale. So this month I picked up She Gets the Girl. So dramatic. Picked up She Gets the Girl, which is a sapphic romance, and I've been looking for one, so I'm very excited to read it. I don't fully know what it's about. I'm pretty sure it's this one girl that's kind of awkward and she wants help talking to the girl that she likes. So they make a deal, start working together, and I assume the main characters, Alex and Molly, end up falling in love. So I'm very excited to read that. The next book that I picked up is The Stolen Heir by Holly Black, which is I guess it's a sequel to The Cruel Prince. This is 10 years in the future, and it follows Oak, who is Jude's younger brother, once he's a teenager, and he is set to be the king of Elfheim at some point. Him and the daughter of the Queen of Tea, who is like a terrible person, go on this quest to try and upend the Queen of Teeth's power, and I'm pretty sure it's like an enemies to lovers type thing, much like The Cruel Prince, I would guess. So again, something I'm very excited to read, and I think this is on sale for like $6. And the last book that I got, which I downloaded because it's on Prime Reading, is The Perfect Marriage by Geneva Rose. I have heard quite a lot about this book, kind of mixed things about this book, but it's a thriller, and it's basically this couple and the husband is cheating on his wife, and then his mistress is found dead in his cabin where they've been seeing each other, and his wife is like this super prestigious lawyer, and she takes on his case and basically has to try and prove that her husband's innocent because he's like the #1 suspect. And I've heard there's like some decent plot twists in this book, so I'm excited to read it. I think it'll be like a fast, easy read in between my giant fantasy books that I want to read this month. And that is all the books that I've got recently. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. I cannot buy any more books for a hot minute because this is a lot. This is a lot to get through. If you would like to see more bookish lifestyle content, you can subscribe down below, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.